for sure. Almost every day. In fact, probably every day. It started with playing outside with my friends, playing outside in the garden in my house, watching football, and I've just been in love from day one, really. For sure. I think a lot of players can relate to this. You know, playing in the street, it's like, you know, you just invent things. It's about skill. It's about, you know, fighting as well, and you know, sometimes there were disagreements and stuff like that. But you learn a lot from playing like this, and especially, you know, playing with older kids or older people. It's always good. When I was young, I was encouraged to try a lot of everything, a lot of different sports. But for me, it was always football. It's the one I loved the most. I'd say around the age of 8 or 9, I had the idea in my head that this is really what I want to do. I was playing with my local team, and I was playing also with, I was playing with 2 local teams. So on a Saturday I would play with one team, and then on a Sunday I would play with a different team. I was 9 years when I signed with Wickham, and then with Reading I was about 13 or 14. It was a really good time. It was a funny story how I got signed for Reading. They were actually they were training at my school at the time, and I stayed like a lot of time after school to just kick the ball around, and one of the parents from the Reading team saw me, and he spoke to the manager and said, this boy, like, give him a trial. So, you know, they went to speak with each other, and the next day he invited me to come and train with them, and then from then it was about 1 week, and they wanted to sign me. So it was really good times at Reading. It was a valuable experience for me, for sure. I was young, I was naive, I was inexperienced. But you know, later you realize why you go through these things, and like I said, it was a very, very valuable experience for me. Not always good times, also bad times as well, that you learn from. It's hard to miss England when you live somewhere like this. I'll be honest. The only thing that I miss sometimes is my family and my friends, but I'm gonna say this now, I prefer to live in Porto than in London. So yeah, I miss the people, I don't particularly miss the country. I had a couple of options, but in the end, when he mentioned to me Porto, I was like, it's one of those names that you just hear and you kind of think, oh, okay, you know, it's one of the biggest European teams. So, you know, I said, okay, let's explore this. And yeah, they said, you know, you can come over here and get everything done. And I said, of course, I'm here. I used to play a lot of FIFA, and I used to play with Porto sometimes. My favorite players, I'd say, were James Rodriguez. Of course, it's a bit older, but Deco and Falcao, Hulk, and of course, with my Cameroonian association, Abubakar as well, more recent. Brahimi, I really like Brahimi.
You know a lot.
Yeah, well, yes, like I said, it's a huge club, so I was already quite familiar with things here. When I made my debut, someone told me I was the first. It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time.
So, you know, I think it's a privilege for me. It's a privilege for me to hold this second place, I guess. But yeah, at the start I did know it, but I didn't know I was second. I hope so. I hope my journey here can open the eyes to a lot of English talents, not just here in Portugal, but you know, elsewhere. I feel like the mentality with English, with a lot of English guys, is like they're either too afraid or too comfortable in England, because England is like, you know, that's where you want to be, I guess. For a lot of guys that grew up in England, they're afraid to take that step. But I hope, you know, I can open a few doors. For sure. Like I said, I look back at things and I think, you know, I'm so grateful that I went through these moments. With the B team was fantastic for my development. You know, it was the first year was difficult. First year was difficult because it was the first time I'd been away from my family, not just in England but abroad. Different language, different culture, different people. And the second year, I feel like we had a better dynamic with the group, and they helped me a lot. The coaches helped me a lot, and you know, I want to thank them, of course, because I think it was fantastic for my development. We, since I've been here, have already got three titles. I think my main objective here is to help Porto win more titles. I think the thing, when you hear Porto, the thing that you associate with Porto is titles and winning, because that anything apart from winning here is, you know, it's not really accepted. So, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I think my main objective here is to make my own individual history, score lots of goals, and become someone here that is like we say in England, like a household name. But I think the most important thing for me is to help this team, this club, hopefully win more and more titles. It's a good question. Good question. I think I want to be, by that time I'll be 24. Yeah, 24. So I'd hopefully like to be in a place where I'm really pushing on in my career. I would like to be doing that here. I would love to be pushing on, like I said, at this club, to win titles, to win leagues. That competition was really spectacular, really good. It was in India, which is not the typical place you would hold a World Cup. And we were there, I think, because we reached the final, we were there for over a month. So, and we had some preparation games before. But whenever I think about that, like, I get so happy. It was a fantastic time. Really good group. We were like so together as a group, really together, and all of the staff. We were all, you know, really connected as a team. So it didn't really feel like we were there for that long, because when you're around good people, it's always a lot easier. But you know, thankfully we won, and I think it was to do with that team togetherness that I was talking about, and of course talent as well, because we had a good team. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, the one I keep in touch with, well, there's quite a few actually, but the ones I keep in touch with more are Angel Gomez. He played, yeah, I'm sure you're familiar.
Yeah.
He was here in Boavista last year, now in Lille. And the other one probably Emile Smith-Rowe, who's there in Arsenal. Those were kind of my two roommates. We were so together as a group, we all stayed in contact with each other. To be fair, when I was in school, we did every sport. So I tried rugby, and to be fair, I'm not gonna lie, I was good. Back then I was very fast, so I would just take the ball and kind of like run around in a circle, like past everyone. But no, it was good. But I only did that for about 1 year. So for me, it was always football. I like to watch and play basketball a lot. There's a basketball court near where I live, and I go there quite a lot. I watch basketball when I can because it's it's very, very late.
Yeah. You have the Porto team to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Basketball, I like to watch rugby only when my brother is playing. My brother and my cousin, they play for the same team. I think it's been a year of a lot of learning. This is my first full year with the 18, so it's kind of like an integration year as such. New team, new teammates, new coach. But I think it's been good. I always set myself the highest standards, so I can always think I can do more and stuff like this. But yeah, well, the season is not finished yet, so we'll see what's to come. It took quite a while to process that I've actually played in this competition. Someone like me, when I was younger, I could only dream about playing in this competition. I would play one day in the Champions League, and then the next day, I'd watch on TV the other teams playing like a fan, and I'd be like, wow, I just played in this competition yesterday. Sometimes I still don't. I don't really, I can't believe it. But no, it's an honor, and to do it with this club is even better. 100%. I think it was just something on the day that was missing. I don't know what it was, but we 100% deserved to win. We showed over the 2 games that we were the better team. It still hurts to this day because I thought we could have a really good campaign in the Champions League. Well, we did, but I think we for sure could have passed. I think players here learn off each other every day because the standard in training is so high. You just find yourself unconsciously learning from each player. It doesn't have to be players in your position. You learn things off the pitch, what they're doing, and I think Pep is a great example of this. I think everyone in the team looks to him and sees what he's doing and trying to learn from that. I'd say I'm an exciting player. I'd say that I'm a player who, hopefully, when I have the ball, people kind of look and get up off their seats and stuff, because I feel like I can make something happen. I feel like I'm an explosive player, a powerful player, but also skillful too. I feel like I'm I'm a goal scorer, but I can also provide. Things I can work on. I think sometimes just my awareness in the game, not to switch off. My defensive side as well sometimes can be improved, and just I think for me being more efficient and more ruthless in front of goal. It's not, you know, scoring 2 or 3 goals. You know, it's not enough in a game. Like after scoring 2, you should always like look for more, 4, 5, 6. Who knows what can happen? I think this is the main thing that I'll probably take from this season, just to be more ruthless. It's been really good. It's been a different experience for me. Mr. is very, he knows what he wants from his players, and you know, most of the time he gets that out of his players. It's been really great to work with Mr. He's helped me a lot. For sure, 100%. And Mr. is someone that, you know, he's not quiet. He talks to you about things, about you know, what you can improve and things like this. And I think this is essential for any player. But for me, he's helped me a lot this season. It's really, really peaceful. It's very peaceful, and I like that. I like it because going from London, which is, you know, very very busy, very, you know, to come here, and I live in Gaia, so it's very peaceful. It's very, you know, like cinematic. You have the beach, you have everything you need, and the people is one thing I say. The people are very, very nice, very, very nice here. And I think everyone has been wonderful to me and my family since coming here. So this year is more difficult, I'm not gonna lie. You know, but I think I was talking to someone about this the other day, but I think generally people respect footballers. Like, they respect their private space and stuff like this. Of course, like the occasional picture or autograph is fantastic. I love it. But I think generally people, they respect you a lot. Maybe they just give you a nod or like a hi or something like this. But yeah, generally it's really nice. I always say I just feel like a normal person, like a normal kid, just playing football. I don't ever think of myself as a celebrity or a famous person or something like this. Sometimes I'll go to the shops in my in my pajamas or something like this, and just like I would if I was back home. So yeah, I don't think it's anything really to adjust to for me. You know, like I said, I just feel like a normal person. There's a few. I like the main one is just to go by the beach. You know, there's like a red path. Yeah. And I like to take the scooters and just go on there, put my music and go on there. I think that's one of my favorite things to do. Sports, I like Enoteca. I think everyone likes Enoteca. That's one of my favorite restaurants. I think I've been there, I think, too much. Yeah, those two are a couple of my favorite spots. I can't think about them in my head right now.
Maybe Stadios again.
Yeah, of course. This is. I should have said this first, actually. I try. I wouldn't say it's perfect, I'm still taking lessons, and I still, throughout my time here, I still want to take lessons as much as possible, because I want to become like very fluent, which I still have a long way to go, but I think that's thanks to my teacher, Sarah, who I've worked with for almost a year now. So yeah, she's helped me a lot with my Portuguese. And I think just being here and talking every day with my teammates, with the staff, with people, I think just being indulged in the culture helps a lot more. There are players here who don't speak English, and of course I speak with them, and we can't speak any other language than Portuguese. So. I have quite a lot. I think the first one is probably Samuel Eto'o. He's someone that I really liked from when I was young, with the Cameroonian Association as well. It's a strange one, but Daniel Sturridge, he's always someone that I've liked, and I'm saying this now, but when I was young, I was a Liverpool supporter. So he was someone I looked up to a lot. I used to be really not obsessed, but I used to like Steven Gerrard a lot too when I was really young. Who else? Ronaldinho, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi. I think those are the kind of obvious ones. And I used to also really like Fabregas, Cesc Fabregas, when I was younger too. Music in general, like listening. I wouldn't say making. Making music is difficult, but playing as well. I like to play music. Liverpool. I'm gonna say cereal. I'm gonna say cereal because when I was younger, sometimes I'd eat cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'm just gonna say cereal. Lamborghini Urus. Afrobeats. And favorite artist, I'd say Burna Boy. T-Rex. The last one I watched was Euphoria. Since I came to Porto, I've had it, I think, just 2 times, or 3 times maybe. When it's good, it's good. I'm not gonna say that on camera. to win the World Cup.